family, it's Mokuhe Moiga once again. Today we're going to discuss something that has really been bothering me around the K8 saga. Do you know your rights and your responsibility as a patient? Do you know exactly what to do in a hospital setup when it comes to your responsibilities? And do you know your rights? Once you know this, you're going to reduce all these incidents that are happening in the hospital. As a patient is the right to quality healthcare. And what exactly I mean is that you have a right to be treated in a smoke-free environment. You also have a right to be given any medication treatment and to interact with the healthcare system, and also be told of any benefits and the consequences of taking the drug. What I mean is the side effects. For example, the side effects that come with chemotherapy, the side effects that come probably with the TB drugs, the side effects that come with taking ARVs for a very long time. You also have a right to refuse treatment, medication, or any other interaction, for example, to be removed blood. But the healthcare system that you're dealing with, the staff are supposed to tell you the consequences that also come with it. You also have a right to receive the best possible healthcare within the hospital that you go to, without any discrimination that comes with age, race, your sex orientation, or responsibilities as you receive the quality healthcare. One, your responsibility is not to smoke in a hospital setup. I find it very ignorant when I find a person smoking in a hospital setup. I understand sometimes people get the urge to smoke, but tafadhali get somewhere else to smoke. Another responsibility, you have the responsibility for proper diet, for exercising, for make sure you take your medication. You also have the responsibility to follow up just in case you see anything different, in case you start feeling sick, in case something literally happened, you feel there's something that is not really right. You have the responsibility to go back to the hospital and to tell your doctor exactly what you're feeling. You also have the responsibility of refusing the drugs. As long as you have been explained with the language that you understand, the consequences still come back to you. So that is also your responsibility. You also have the responsibility to cooperate. There's some patients that you go to withdraw blood, for example, what I normally do in a hospital setup, and they refuse, they become very abusive, they talk to you in a language that you will not even want to explain. So it's your responsibility to cooperate with the healthcare staff that you're working with the hospital that you're going to. You also have the right to give a consent to your treatment. You're not going to be given any treatment as long as you have not signed and you say, let's go ahead with the surgery, I'm okay. For example, you've gone to the dental. Normally when a root canal is usually done, I know you're supposed to consent to it. So as long as you refuse to give the consent, guess what? You'll be in trouble. It's a responsibility. You have the right to information. You have the right to ask questions and receive answers in the language that you understand. You also have the right to share your views, questions, and concern towards your health. You also have the right to receive timely feedback from your doctors or from any other test that you have been done. This is also important. If this was observed, this K8 saga will not be present. You have a right to at least be identified with two identifiers. One of the identifiers that I usually use in a hospital setup is your full names. Like for mine is Gladys Mokuhe Moiga, your date of birth, which happens to be on 29th of March. And there's something that you call a unique medical record number, your unique hospital number. To avoid this confusion where you're mistaken for another patient, you also have a right to receive the copies of your health records or any results. But again, this is according to the hospital policy that you're dealing with. Some hospitals only deal with soft copy, so your results are usually sent through the email. You also have, when it comes to rights, we have the responsibilities. What are your responsibilities when you're talking about information? You have to ask questions where a doctor may be bluffing with this language that they usually use, but it's your responsibility to make sure you understand it in a layman's way the way I try as much as possible to do. You also have the responsibility to be wearing your hospital identification document that normally has, like I said, your full name, date of birth, and your unique medical record number. You're also supposed to give clear, accurate information about your health or your medical history to your caregiver or your next of kin or the person who's supposed to be, be there for you, to be making decisions for you, just in case you get cautious or something. Another right that you're supposed to be given is the right to dignity and respect. And this means that you're supposed to be treated in the most respectable manner, and any form of abuse, the hospital should report it to the authority according to the government policies that we observe. Your responsibility is again to treat other staff with respect and dignity, and you avoid using any abusive language, becoming violent, disrupting any behavior, and causing a lot of havoc around you. You're also supposed to maintain the hospital policy, mostly when it comes to the hygiene, mostly hand hygiene. When you're going to see patients in the ICU and HDU, I know it's very important for you to bathe and wear some special clothing, because these are people who are very predisposed to immunity problems. You also have the right to abide to hospital policies when it comes to noise and the number of patients that are allowed at one specific time. And you have the right to privacy and confidentiality. Yes, it's your right to know who you want your information, your medical information to go to. And every healthcare staff has the right to maintain the confidentiality that comes with you. Another right that you have as a patient is to choose your decision maker, your next of kin. You have the right to appoint someone to act on behalf of you when you cannot make sound decisions, mostly because of your age. It can also be due to your health status. Probably you're in a coma or you're not competent enough to make this sound-minded decision. Your responsibility is to provide the person that you want, and also do everything. It's very easy for us to coordinate, and we make sure that your rights are maintained. The least but not least, it's about payment. Wakenya lazima tulipe. So you have the right to receive your bill and be told that this amount of money was used for this, was used for that, was used for ABCD, irrespective of where that money comes from. And your responsibility is for you to make sure that you actually pay for it. Once again, thanks for watching me. It has been a nice time just talking about patients' rights and patient responsibility. If you're my team, please subscribe, love, and love. Thanks. We're done.